Hello friends, welcome back to Online Maths Hub. We have this simple equation right here to solve, and it reads x power 6 is equal to x power 2. So what are the values of x that actually satisfy this simple equation? We're going to be getting the 6 values of x that actually satisfy this equation. Okay, so you want to make sure you follow through so that you actually see how we can go ahead to solve this. And of course, it's an Olympiad problem, and I'm going to try as much as possible to explain so that you guys understand how you can solve this. Okay, but just before we proceed, if you are new to our channel, do us to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and also turn on the notification icon so that each time we release new content, you actually get to know about it. And of course, if you are watching us on Facebook, do what to also follow our page and then share this video with your friends. And having done that, we are going to proceed right into this video. Okay, so I like to start by writing solution. Okay, so I have x power 6 is equal to x power 2. Okay, so the first step I want to take is actually to bring this x power 2 to the left hand side, and of course if I do that, I have x power 6 minus x power 2, and it's all equal to 0. So next I'm going to factorize this x power 2 right here. So if I bring x power 2 out, what is going to left here is x power 4, and then of course 1 will be left here. It's all equal to 0. So you can see that I have two terms multiplying themselves here to be equal to 0. So basically when we apply the zero product principle, you can see that first x power 2, the first term here, is actually going to be equal to, because this can only happen when either x power 2 is equal to 0 or x power 4 minus 1 is equal to 0. So choosing the first case, x power 2 is equal to 0, which of course implies that taking the square root of both sides, okay, and of course this is plus or minus, that these two is actually going to cancel this, and then we are left with the fact that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 0. And then obviously from here you can see that x is equal to first plus 0, and then of course x is also equal to let's say negative 0 because of this right here. So we've gotten the first two values of x which can actually satisfy this. Okay, so we are going to take the second case, which is x power 4 minus 1 is equal to 0, and of course we're going to be getting the remaining values of x that satisfied this equation from this particular equation over here. Okay, so we can actually write this x power 4 here as x power 2 and all raised to the power 2 minus 1. We can also write 1 as 1 power 2, and it's equal to 0. Of course you can remember that when we have x power a power 2 minus b power 2, we can actually expand this to be a plus 2 and then a minus 2, a plus 2 multiplied by a minus 2. So when you multiply through here, it's actually going to give you this one. So that is what I'm going to use to expand this stuff right here. So in this case, a is x power 2 and then b is equal to 1. So what I'm going to be having if I expand this is, okay, x power 2 plus 1, okay, and then of course multiply by x power 2 minus 1, okay, is all equal to 0. And again, using the zero product rule, we're also going to continue by simplifying this. So the first thing I want to do is to take the first case, x power 2 plus 1 is equal to 0, and obviously I can actually take this 1 here to the right hand side. So this now implies that x squared is equal to minus 1, which obviously from here we can actually take the square root of both sides. Is equal to the square root of minus 1. Of course square root comes with plus or minus, so this 2 is actually going to cancel this, and then we are left with x. We're left with x to be equal to a plus or minus root minus 1. Okay, so but of course you know that root minus 1 is equal to I. So obviously from here we are getting that the values of x here is equal to plus I or minus I. Okay, so that is what we have right here. And then you taking the second case over here, where we have x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. We can also do what, to take this minus 1 here to the right hand side, so that we now have that our x squared is equal to 1. And of course we proceed by taking the square root of both sides. Okay, square root of x squared equal to square root of 1. So these two can actually cancel this square root. Of course this is plus or minus, and then continuing from here, x is now going to be equal to, so what I have is plus or minus the square root of 1, which obviously x is equal to square root of 1 is actually 1, so this is plus or minus 1. Of course x is now equal to plus 1 or negative 1. So comparing all the values of x that actually satisfy this, you can see if I draw a little box right here to put in the 6 values of x that satisfy the equation we are solving. So I'm going to call the first one x1. We got it to be positive 0, and then x2 we got it to be negative 0, and then x3 we got it to be positive I, and then x4 we got it to be negative I, and then x5 we got it to be positive 1, and then x6 we got it to be equal to negative 1. So these are all the values of x that satisfy this equation we just solved. Okay, so that is where we're going to be wrapping it up. If you've understood it, give this video a thumb up, subscribe to our channel for more updates, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.